Hello! Just wanted to record something to show you guys some possibilities of Prezi video so you can get a feel of what it looks like, if it kind of fits the vibe you're trying to send. Sorry there's a bunch of background noise, but I'm just going to power through. So this is a video kind of gauged towards evangelizing the IFC Co-op, trying to explain to people who don't know what it is yet, what it is, how it works, and why it's a good alternative to get your vegetables. This is not done, but it's just, like I said, to give you an idea. So, what is the IFC Co-op? Let's look into that. The IFC Co-op is a community of farmers and consumers, and it's like an online farmers market, and there are over 150 local producers and consumers from all over Iowa. We can have more images here describing what the different producers are, where the consumers are from, stuff like that. The next thing I want to dig into is how the IFC Co-op works. So the IFC Co-op works on a 2-week cycle system. So let's look into this first 2-week cycle on the calendar here and dig into what it looks like. So for the first week, the shopping is open and consumers can put things in their shopping carts that they want to buy. The first half of the second week, the producers deliver these products to the food co-op, to one of our distribution centers, and then in the second half of the second week, consumers can come and get their goods, or the IFC Co-op will deliver it straight to their doors. And after that, the whole cycle repeats itself every 2 weeks. And I forgot to mention that there are open store hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays that you can come to one of the distribution sites and pick up anything you want. And that's how the food co-op works in these 2-week cycles. Now on to why the IFC Co-op is a good thing and why it's beneficial. It's good for your health. I haven't filled this in yet. Maybe we don't want to go with health. There are many benefits. We can do any ones we think are most important. But one big one is the economy and the farmer compensation. So with the traditional grocery store model, farmers only receive a fraction, around 20% of the tag price of the food you're buying. And in IFC, the farmers are receiving a much higher percentage, more like 80%. And let's look at an example here. So we have our consumer and our farmer here. Now in a traditional grocery store model, the farmer has to distribute all their food, whether it's with a plane or a truck, and it usually gets stored in a warehouse, and then from the warehouse it gets distributed to grocery stores, and then is only when the customer comes in contact with the food, and they pay some amount of money for that food. But all of that money gets spread out over all these middlemen in the process. And as you can see, the farmer only receives a fraction of what the consumer actually paid. So now let's look at the same example for the food co-op. There's really only one middleman, the food co-op itself. So the farmer produces the food, and you put it in your cart, and when it comes time for distribution, the farmer delivers that food to the food co-op, and you either pick it up from us or we give it to you. So as you can see, the money that you pay, we take a small cut at the food co-op for distribution purposes, and most of the money ends up in the farmer. So we're helping connect you closer to where your food's coming from, and the farmer benefits more, so good there. And there are environmental impacts to trying to stick with this local small farm model, like monocultures versus a more diverse, smaller farm that can achieve, and things like this. So, like I said, not done, but this is kind of what a Prezi video could look like for the food co-op. You could use it like I'm showing you now in a recording, and you could just send it out on social media, but you can also use it live in video conferencing tools like Zoom, any video conferencing tool. So if you're having a live conversation, you can bring up these visuals like I'm doing now and use it to help explain what the food co-op's about and why it would be good for people. So I could imagine this could be good for talking to environmental groups and that group downtown who might be looking for some work together. So that's all.